Alexa, stop. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what the market has for us today. Because listen, we are trying to get a few coins, few dollar bills. We want some folding money or at least some electronic money from the market today. Let's get us a little bit of dollar bills, a few dollar bills from the market today. Yes. Run it as a ticker. My computer I restarted it and now it's wanting to take all the time getting itself together. And I need it to come on, Cletus, because we got stuff to do today. We got stuff to do today. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Well, let's go ahead and start with who had earnings while we wait for all the pieces to come together. We got pieces and parts. Good morning, Nori. How are you? Pieces and parts coming up. Well, this morning our earnings well, let's go with yesterday afternoon. We had Marathon, Soundhound, Clean Spark, Unity. This is a hospitality holdings, Vuzix, Caliber, Indy, ADMA, and New Scale. That was all yesterday after market close. This morning we have Inspired, Enbridge, Digital Ocean. I didn't mean to move forward. AMC Networks, Sphere Now, HEI, CRH. Pretty much had, I guess the biggest ones that were anticipated was Marathon, was Mara, and Soundhound and Clean Spark. Those seem to, Unities, those seem to catch a few little bit of attention yesterday. And let me see if I can get this to be. So let's look at Adam's numbers for today. Nope, that's not the one I want. It's not the one I want. Ha la la. It's all trying to work together. It's all trying to work together. Adam says this morning, incredible follow through continues in SPX. Wednesday was a flagging day to set up the next leg, and as posted, nothing to do but keep riding those runners. 52.15, 52.30s were next up. 52.15 hit, 50.30s hit. The plan today is all bonus now. All bonus now. 52.15 equals support to keep 52.38, 52.42 alive, a mini dip below 52.38 and 42. Hey there, Tanya and Johnny. Good morning, teacher in the gang. Yeah, hey. Good morning, Ward. Hey, Janae. TGIF. Woo. Adrian, good morning. Good morning, everybody. The difference between ES and SPX is 30 points. At this point, it's 30 points again today. So that's where we are with that. Let's share our pre-market stuff, or at least try to. Okay, so the VIX is at 12.79. The market has been going up nicely, and as it goes up, of course, the VIX goes down a bit. The VIX was 13 yesterday morning when we talked about it. So we got 12.79 in the VIX this morning. VIX is the volatility index. It basically helps us to see how volatile or what kind of fear is in the market. At this point, 12.8 is where we are. The market seems to have a little bit greenery going this here morning. All these want to be just spinning. This is the no bueno. Why are none of you filled in? Why? Oh, why? Okay, here with the calendar. Well, here we go with Yahoo. Something's going to show us what we want to see, I guess. Trends are intoxicating for investors. Novavax soars. Novavax got a deal COVID flu combo shot. Novavax, or in the COVID days, the Invax stock was all the rave because they were dealing with COVID stuff. So that's they had a pop this morning. U.S. futures, it says, they rise as a rate cut confidence fires up. As rate cut confidence fires up, even though the other day I think Kashkari said a rate hike could possibly be on the forefront. Learning to spot a tech unicorn, invest in opening bids, stock markets, China tariffs, Novavax, Sanofi, 3 things. Okay. Basically our pre-market. It's 9:30. Ding, ding, ding. I don't even have the market. I didn't even hear the bell. We need a bell. Pre-market Dow is up 0.26%, S&P's up 0.29%, NASDAQ futures up 0.32%, oil is green, and 10-year bonds are also green. Calendar for today includes FOMC member Bowman spoke at 9 o'clock, or speaking at 9 o'clock. University of Michigan consumer sentiment, that's 10. Inflation expectations, also 10 o'clock. FOMC member Barr is going to speak at 1:30. Federal budget balance at 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock. Let me see, as I get rid of stuff, maybe if I close some things, it'll, there we go. Let's see if I can just an SPX chart so we can at least see what's happening. We can see what's happening, Captain. Hope everybody had a really good week so far. Remember, Fridays usually include a lot of movements and volatility. Many times we got a lot of greenery, but you want to trade what you see. You always want to trade what you see. I believe I'm sharing my screen as well as I know. It looks like I'm sharing the screen, but there's going to be a lot happening with the speed of my computer. Okay, SPX had a bit of a gap up this morning. SPX gapped up. We've got a little gap here. Opened at 52.20. Nope, sorry, 52.25 is where we open. We do have some green going, but we are in a resistance zone for sure. We're in some resistance zone, so we'll see how this plays out as we go. As we go. I got a few stocks I wanted to share with us this morning. Some of the big movers for the morning. Wanted to share those. 3M is one of them. Now, this is what I'd like for you to look at today. Look at trades today that you can enter for next Friday. Okay, as a seller, this is going to be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Not investment advice, but could be a good thing because you're going to get the draw up of theta over the weekend, a little bit of reduction there. So you enter today, you may get better premiums as you enter, and then you're able to go out a week, maybe close it up Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, probably you can close it on Tuesday, right? Want to make sure that you can if you see closing the subsequent week, trading the same thing and you've been trading the same stock for, we can do it live. I mean, it's totally up to you. You are the CEO of your own portfolio. You are the CEO of your own portfolio. Okay, let's look. My whole system is moving so slow. But I see now we've got a gap that was created from this morning's gap up with 3M. Right, it is coming up to some resistance too, but you see the time frame continuity shows it all green. Might want to look at a put credit spread into next week. If I could ever get Thinkorswim to open, we might be able to look at some numbers. It's not doing any of that, but I see here what's this 97.33, and that's underneath the gap. So you could maybe potentially look at, I can't look at Thinkorswim right now to see what are the option change numbers, but you can look at a PCS at or below if you want to look for 97, push you underneath the gap. If you want to go a little bit lower because you may want a little more support, here we are. The other support is at 95. So you could look at either of these, the bottom of the gap, or you could go down to 95. This puts you good support down here. And there's a gap down here as well. From April 29th. From April 29th, this gap here It's partially filled now, so I'm going to put you there, which is why I told you support was right at the bottom of that gap, right at the top of the gap in the bottom of these candles. Pew, pew. So that puts you. That also could give you some support there to see what's going on with that. Okay, Thinkorswim just does not want to get open. Good morning, Tamar. Good morning. Janae, I already said hey to you, I think. And Karen, good morning. Okay, that's 3M. 3M is one. Not sure if you want to do 0 DTE today. If your account's big enough, you can, of course, or you can look at something for next week. Hey, Kia. Yes, DGIF is the truth. Let's look at Yelp. Now, you all know you can always look over on the Peakbot watch list. You can look at the Peakbot watch list.com. And you can see what's going on over there. You can always check their watch list. They give you bullish, bearish, or neutral based on the 67-day moving average. They'll tell you what they see or what the bot, the algorithm sees for the trend. And you could use that as a way to decide which stocks you like for next week. I want to say it updates at noon on Friday. So that way you could use it for subsequent trades. Actually, the trend spread bot that Peakbot has enters trades on Friday afternoon for the subsequent week. When if you get into the trend spread bot, and we're anticipating the move to Schwab for those of us who don't have Schwab yet. And I'm still in TD Ameritrade, but Schwab is coming on. I'm actually moving to Schwab this weekend or this week. It looks like the 13th is finally my time. It's finally my time. I need to go ahead and make that move this weekend. I'm going to make that move this weekend. That's what we're doing. Making that move this weekend. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can get some move action here on my screen because I don't have any just yet. Oh, there we go. Action. Action. Oh, please. Okay. Where are we at? Trying to let this open up. Let's look at Yelp. Let's look at Yelp. Where are you? There we go. We've got some downward motion for Yelp. The time frame continuity shows it all red except for the day, which of course just opened. That's why you're seeing that green because it's green on the day. It's green on the day. Okay, so what do we see for location? Let's look at some. We're there. There's some resistance right there where that wick went. We have that too. $39 right to the wick. If we were going up any higher, rise on. up a little higher. We would go with full candle. That's at 4. Okay, looking at the overall trend of Yelp, looks like it's been consolidating. To be honest, it might be, depending on where we are in the pricing, is 38, and the highest it's been 3 points. Iron Condor, it's trying to open up, and we can look at some numbers. You actually could probably go between 39 and comfortable for a lot of folks. Numbers. See, and let me see if I got some comments over here. Questions about Yelp or Triple M? I'm trying to go back to the screen where I can see StreamYard. I cannot right now. Let's see. I'll go here. Maybe I can see it here. Computer is working full power. It's like you're asking for a lot. These times, set it up. Okay, so tomorrow's is at the Fort Lauderdale Airport, waiting on the flight back to Dallas. Oh, I go to Dallas. I think I've been to Houston. I've not been yet. I think I'd like to go to Dallas. Can I provide a link? I provided the link. Yep, for the watch list. Ward said he moved to Schwab. If you're already on Schwab, you can't do Peakbot yet because I think it's gonna go live either this Monday or next Monday. Yeah, Tanya said, I thought you were going on a weekend getaway. You were going too? Please click the like button, as Jamie says. Thank y'all. And the thumb up. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that you don't, and they'll send you all the messages that you need to go. They're like, yep, you ready? We leaving. We leaving. If you ready, we leaving. We leaving. Okay, so that was well, here we go. Just decides it's gonna stop and go. It is storming outside, which may be contributing to my issues. because it is storming out that door. You know how your grandma used to say, "Get a coat, turn off that TV." Like, what the TV being on got to do with it's storming outside? I mean, I do know, but you don't never think about that when you're a child. You're like, we want the TV. We want that. We still want the TV. Did y'all hear me talking about NEP, or did it go off before I started talking about that? Let me show it again, just in case. Yeah, it's definitely storming outside. Like, for real though. Like, storming for real. For real, for real. It's storming outside. Okay, I was mentioning NEP. I'm not sure if y'all heard me talking about it or if I was gone and didn't know it. But the NEP is an energy stock, right? And we've got I was showing it, we got some support here at the 29.74, and there's some also support at 30.76. But you see, we got green time frames across the board. Yeah, we got an alert this morning as well. And we've got maybe some good upside here. Is potentially there's some possibility. People probably gonna maybe take some profits up here in this area. Supply, demand, demand. This is anyway. Supply. It's gonna be up here. Let's go look though in a second. I'm gonna take us to, if you had a stock you want us to look at, please put it into the comments. I covered the ones that were the biggest movers this morning. We've had some movement. TQQQ is another one I wanted to take a look at. Levi's. What's the ticker for Levi's? It's the ticker. Oh, let's be looking at TQQQ. I need TQQQ to stay below. I need to stay below 59. Too late. It's at 59, almost $60 right now. Well, this is gonna be a good dance for the bot to show what the bot can do, because this is one side of that trade yesterday. This is what the bot entered on PeakBot. So I want to see what the other side does. So I have 59, 61.5, and it's currently at almost 60. So yesterday I also got into the put credit spread after we talked about it on our call. Okay, thanks, Ward. I probably figured that out, but you ask. So TQQQ, I probably would go with a put credit spread if you were looking at that for next week. If you're looking at that for next week, I'd probably go with a put credit spread. We got the gap support here, and we got a new gap that formed this morning's jump up. We got a continuity, so it could definitely be going up some more. Today we looked at 59.5 as our place based on this resistance, which this resistance is at 60. So actually that 60 could, I think we looked at that yesterday. 60 may still be good, but if we're looking out for a week, you probably want to go, not probably, you do want to with the trend. So a put credit would be a better thing to do if you're going into next week. So if we're looking at next week, I'd probably go with the top of this gap now, which would be 50, 57. So with that, when you look at the numbers, 56, 57. Well, let's look at make sure you look at it on the option chain to make sure that you're cool with those numbers. Yeah, TQQQ is like, let's go. Let's go. TQQQ is saying, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. And let's look at Levi. Well, Levi's been on the move. Looks like Levi's has been move. Make that move. Okay, we've got support down here, which is it was resistance back here in April. And this is how the two, Jamie calls it parity, wherever that word came from, but that's where it basically changes from support to resistance. It can be either one of those. It can be either one of those. Come on, buddy. So call put credit spread. I would look at a put credit spread. Looks like we're in the 21 area. Put credit spread there. Going on up. We'll add it on the option chain. I actually would probably look a little closer here. You got another piece of support right in here. A lot of that's at the 22, low 22. Okay. Okay, let's switch over to, I'm gonna have to stop sharing here and then go share again. Yeah, put credit spread on triple Q if you're going into next week, which I've traded T triple Q with Peakbot for the last 3 weeks, and I've had good success. I've had good success with it. It's made money every time. This is the only week that it looks like it's potentially going to be breached. The bot will decide later today what to do. Okay, I believe it's trying to share. I see the circles, women. I see us, women. Okay, so Levi's. We looked at a put credit spread for next week. You see, is this big enough or do we need to make it bigger? Every move is taking so long. Oh, it says it's already on larger, so I won't do that. Okay, so looking at for next week, May 17th, does Levi's only has monthly expirations. Okay, I don't generally trade monthly expirations, but since we're only a week away from it, that may work. But looks like on the put credit spread side, you got to get to 22 plus or minus 0.7 next week. You got to do 22. So let's say if we changed it to 21.22, looks like it's gonna pay $0. Okay, so unless Levi's changes something, we're not trading anything that's gonna be $0 because we don't trade just to trade. We trade to make money. We trade to make the money, honey. Okay, so let's look at T triple Q for next week. T triple Q plus or minus 3. So if we take away 3, puts us at like 56 and some change. That's going to put us right in here, 56.5 for our, when we looked at T triple Q on the chart, we do see 56.6 is underneath the gap. So we can go with that. 56.5 would be probability out of the money of 79%. So if we switched over to vertical, 56.5, 50. If you want to do a 50-cent spread, it's going to pay $8, but I would probably turn it into a dollar spread. 55.5. That's going to pay $14. 55.5 is paying $14. That would be for next Friday. Okay. If you wanted to get a little closer, because honestly, from what I see, you probably could get up into the 58s. Because there's another resistance there. You probably could go with 58, but that may be a little more risky. But if you go at 58, 57.5, that's paying $14 for a 50-cent spread. And if you turn that into a dollar, that's paying $25. Okay. How do you find daily or semi-daily expirations? Daily expiration dates? I don't understand the question, the Ward. The daily ones are XSP, SPX, Those are all daily. And most stocks are weekly. If they're smaller price, they're generally maybe monthly, but you have to just open the option chain on many of them. T triple Q, if I was looking at that, I probably would go with 57.58. Not investment advice, but I see some support at the bottom there. I probably would feel comfortable because 58.7 is the support. And so if we picked 58, you might be good. Let's see what 58 has for the probability out of the money. 58 is 67. So I might go to 57.5. Might go down one more because I like to be above 70% on probability out of the money. Right? That was that one. We were going to look at NEP, taking us back to the ones we were at. NEP 32 is the support area. 32 is probability out of the money. 31 here. So 30, 31, if you were looking to get in on the energy one I just showed, 30, 31, looks like, well, that one doesn't want to. I think what's happened is NEP has popped up so quick that the option chain has to catch up with this price. Has to catch up. So if you do 31, 32, it is paying $15, but 32, it's a plus minus 1.5, and it's currently at 32 and some change. So I wouldn't get that close. I wouldn't get that close. Not this early in the day. Maybe see what the rest of the day holds, because this number for 30, 31 is probably going to adjust when it digests the big move from yesterday. And the other one we looked at was 3M. We looked at 3M. Take us back to single. 96 or 96.5, somewhere in there would be comfortable for most people. 96, 96.5. If you do that one, it's paying $9 for a 0.5 spread. If you turn it into a dollar spread, it's paying $15. That's a 15% return on your collateral. Not bad. If you want to get a little closer, let's see what did we have for our support? I got support at 97. That's at the bottom of the gap. So if we wanted to go to 97, 96.5, that's $11 for a 50-cent spread. And 96, 97 is paying $19. That's a little more desirable. Make 20, close it off for 5. Because we're going to close these trades when they get into our zone. Close it off for 5. Okay. And the last one I said we were looking at was Yelp. Yelp. Got the single. Yelp is on the call credit spread side. And I believe we looked at 39 or 40. Oh, I think we talked about Yelp as the potential iron condor. The highest it's gone is 41. The lowest it's been is 38. So let's look here and see if we see some opportunities for next week. Okay, 38 is at 68%. So maybe go down to 37. That way if you're gonna get money on both sides, then you can be a little more conservative on each side. So 36, 37 is what I see on the put credit spread side, and 40 or 41. We said 41 according to the chart. So 37 and 41. Change this to vertical. 37 not paying. Sorry, it's paying $20. 37, 36, 37 is paying $20 for a one spread. That's good by itself even. And then 41, 42 is paying another $5. So $25 total, right? If you wanted to get one strike closer on the call side, you could get 15. So that's a total of $35 on the iron condor. And you need price to close somewhere between 37 and 40. Or as price moves, you can always close it up when it's ready. What I see on the chart is between 38.74 and 39.30. So between 38 and 39 or 39.50 may work for you. Between 38, or this is all a one spread, so there's no 50 cents is in here. You got to go with what's there. Okay. All righty. Okay, what do we have? Anything else? Anything else? All right, then I'm going to swing us into that thing is starting up. And I'm wondering, what is the noise over there? What is the noise? We had a big list for this week. Lots of potential and opportunities. I do believe we've made some money off this list this week. Right? Look at Mara. Okay. Don't forget to check into or look at the Start With the Chart free webinar over there. All it's going to ask you for is your email. All you're going to have to give is your email. Let me go back to sharing the screen. Anytime today, anytime. I keep fighting it. I think I'm just going to have to go, and I'm not even going to say it out loud because the people who are listening in on the call will have some comment. They're going to have a comment. The people going to have a comment. Looking at Mara for today or for next week? That was a question for Lakia. Mara for this week, next week. Yeah, we don't know who the people are, but just in case you're wondering who the people are, there's people. There is people. Okay, looking at Mara. I see some resistance. Start. See resistance at $20.69. It's got a green day going so far today, or is that red? Yep, it's red. I thought it was green because when I go in here, it changes, but it's red. Mara, I guess people selling off after they had a little bit of a pop. They're showing lots of red. I would, Mara is a tricky one because of the space that it's in. It's a tricky one. So you've got to get forward. Well, at the bottom of that is the top of it and the bottom are going to provide support. But you see the wick has already come. The middle is going to provide some. If you wanted to go, well, we're looking here. So resistance at 2072. because it's been in the middle, you possibly look at an iron condor because it stayed in this zone. It's not moved a lot. You may be able to look at either side or both sides and see about, pulling in some premiums from both sides. You said your Disney and Exxon. My trades are all positive now. Yay! You're looking for today. Yeah, if you're looking for today, I'd go with, at this point, if you were doing, I don't know if you do calls or puts like straight buying, what it does here. If you're doing it for spreads, then I would look at a call credit spread above today, maybe at the 19, maybe 2021, something like that. I would look at it for today. So if you're doing it as a buyer, then probably puts at this point. Get entry of this trade would have been like about $1 lower than that now. All right. And you want to make sure that you're keeping your eye on your, today. Fridays are always bananas. Okay. Fridays are always bananas. So you want to be mindful about how your trades are running on Fridays. They've been very bullish and they could possibly do that still. So you just want to be, on your P's and Q's or trading with your head on a swivel, as Jamie always says. You want to be doing that. Okay. E2T membership is running 9:30. Jamie, you didn't send me, or I don't have it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Cash Flow 101 is tomorrow. For those who, like to trade and play the game with us, Cash Flow 101 helps us to get out of the rat race. It is for learning just money management, money, like ways to get out of the rat race. A lot of the discussion on these calls is always great, and playing the game is always good as well, but it gives you different ideas of looking at things in a little bit different way. So you're looking at, buying stocks or buying properties. And of course, I'm usually a little bit more lenient with your capital when you're in the game, but it does give us a good way to show how, your paycheck comes at a regular time. You can have a baby at a time and you're like, I wasn't ready. It's a good game to play together, and it's free. It's free for everybody. Anybody who wants to attend is free to come. Jamie, I'm not sure if you want to put the link into the chat. You can do that into our comments here so people can be able to come to it if they'd like. Trying to see if I see it don't matter. I've already talked about it. I was going to find the graphic, but I should have put it inside of my my little slides. Should have put it in my slides. But the membership includes all of that. The Playing Cash Flow 101 is free. And we got training calls. We've got the weeklies. Last night we worked on call credit spreads. Very, very informative. I believe the group was blessed as a result. And that's what we have for the membership. It's Sim May, which means we are in our sim for the month of May. If you're testing or practicing a strategy, you're learning a strategy, we're doing it in the sim. Now, if you're comfortable with the strategy you've been using all this time, you don't have to do sim. But if you're learning something new, I want you to learn something new inside your sim. Don't put any real money on it until May or until it's proven to work. We're going to put real money on it once it's proven to work. Okay. Our trader's declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts grow more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. And our prayer, I see you said the internet is choppy. It's still storming outside. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. What I also want you all to do, I don't know if we have very many mothers in our chat, probably so though. Mothers, it's not Father's Day, so we're not talking about fathers, we're talking about mothers. And of course, I want you to have a fantastic Mother's Day. If you have children who are trying to celebrate you, let them celebrate you. If your mom is still alive and you can celebrate her, then do so, please, because there's some of us whose mamas aren't here anymore, and we wish we could go and have one more lunch and one more dinner and one more shopping trip with our mothers. All right. So if it's a generally this day is a happy time and a sad time for some people, because you can be happy, like in my case, I'm happy because I have children who I know are doing stuff to celebrate me, so I can enjoy the whatever the things that they're doing. But on the other hand, you could also be very sad because your own mother is not present. So try to manage the emotions of the weekend, right? Take it all in stride and move forward. If your mother's no longer here, maybe pick a surrogate mom or a stepmom or somebody who is here and celebrate them. All right, celebrate the other people who have maybe stood in the gap, your adopted moms or whatever they are. Celebrate those who are important to you. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. All right. Well, we're going to have a really good day today. We're going to do three things, at least three things. We're going to stay green. We're going to get this money, and we're going to have a great green day. All right. I'll see you all in the market. If you need me, y'all can find me in Telegram. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Let's go and see what this storm is trying to do. Goodbye.